Hey, how's it going? I, uh, today, today's been fine, but, it has been another day kind of filled with stress and, negative emotions, but I don't want to talk about any of that because I feel like that's what I've done for the past 2 days. So, I have something else in mind, and we'll just see where it goes. So, recently, I noticed something new about um, one of the cactus plants that I own. Um, the one that I'm talking about is a cactus plant that I purchased a long time ago. Maybe like 12 plus years ago, something like that. Maybe even longer. Um, it could be like 15 years. I don't really know. It was a long time ago, but um, yeah, I was out with my mum and my sister at the time, and my mum asked us if we would like to buy a plant for ourselves, and I chose a cactus plant. Um, I don't know what type of cactus it is. Um, I just know that it's pointy and it lives inside a pot. That's about as much as I can tell you. Um, but this cactus plant, well, it's been with me for a significant portion of my life. Probably more than half, if I'm being honest. It's been around for a while. I'm surprised I still have it actually, but um, yeah, it's stuck with me through a lot of things, a lot of life events and major decisions, and um, stayed with me when we moved house to here where we live now. And I'll be honest, I haven't looked after it as well as I should have. I have definitely neglected it over the years. I mean, cactus plants are very resilient. It's, it's why you can find them in the desert. So I haven't watered it that much in the time that I've had it. Um, when I first got it, and probably for like a good year after that, I would say I maintained it quite well. I looked after it until I didn't, until I got bored or just forgot about it. And that's kind of how it remained for a long time. And over the years, due to my neglect, it has very slowly turned from a deep uh, color of green to like a brown, like a light brown. Um, yeah, it was a very slow process, but over time it has changed, and at the moment it is mostly brown. Um, Arguably dead, but I think I would argue otherwise, and I'll tell you why. Because recently, um, I noticed, because it sits on my windowsill, that is just to my right. So when I'm sat at my desk all day, I, I see it. I see it all the time. I noticed a new, um, a new, a new growth. I don't know how to describe it correctly. Um, Basically, okay. So back when I got it, I'm pretty sure it was a cluster of three, like, individual cacti. Like, what, there was one that was quite long, there was another one that was a bit shorter than that, and then there was like a really small one. And over time they grew and changed and stuff. And then at some point along the line, it grew a fourth, like, cacti. So then there was four of them in the pot. And then recently, literally just a few days ago, a tiny little one grew out of another one. And I was, I suppose, a little shocked to see that. I didn't think it was still alive, to be honest with you, but I kept it around because, I don't know, I liked it. But yeah, a new cactus sprout has appeared. And after I noticed that, I thought to myself, despite everything that this cactus has been through, despite the years of neglect and just me not looking after it properly, despite everything, it is still alive and it's still going, and it's still growing. It's continuing to push through. And after I contemplated this for a while, well, firstly I decided to actually water it for the first time in a long time. I gave it some water, and I also gave my other cactus some water as well, because I have two. But the second one is a lot younger than the first one. Yeah, after I contemplated that, the fact that it's still going despite everything, I thought that is quite a good metaphor and comparison to my life, because I too have been through a lot. I mean, it's fair to say that everyone has been through a lot. But for me personally, I was able to feel some degree of motivation. Like, I found that quite inspirational, you know? I thought, looking back through my life, yeah, I've also been through a lot, and I've also neglected myself. I've neglected my personal needs, like food and water and personal hygiene. Like, I've neglected my health, my mental health, and I allowed myself to deteriorate. But I'm still going. I'm still here. I'm still alive. And I suppose just like that cactus, I'm still growing as well. And, as I've mentioned many times already, I'm moving on to the next chapter of my life very soon. It's about to be one of the biggest decisions I've ever made come into fruition. And I just, I don't know, I thought this cactus and myself have a lot in common when it comes to that. Despite the hardship, despite the neglect, we're still going, we're still growing, and we're still alive. And I have to say, I'm proud of myself, I think, for getting this far, for pushing through all the pain and the difficult moments and the hurdles that I've had to climb over. I'm still here, still going. And I'm seeking to continue that as well. Like, I actually want to keep going. That didn't used to be the case. Just a couple years ago, I didn't want to be here at all. But here I am, that's something to be proud about, I think. And not everyone realizes that. Not everyone gets to reach this point where they've made it through to the end of the tunnel and they are standing in the light at the other end. Not everyone gets to reach that point. I almost didn't, But I think it's important to remember, just as a general life lesson, that whatever you're going through, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is, whatever you're going through, it will pass, and it can be overcome if that's is what required. There is a way through, and the light at the end of the tunnel is tangible, and you can reach it. I'm glad that I've been able to. I'm lucky and I'm proud of myself, and like I said, glad, happy to be here. I wish I could have shown my younger self a glimpse into the future, a glimpse into now, into the present, and show them that it is worth fighting, it is worth pushing through, and you will make it one day. Yeah, I think that's a good point to stop. Just think about it, consider it. And to anyone out there who is struggling, just keep going. Because I believe in you. I know you can do it. And I'll see you at the end of the tunnel. Thank you for listening.